welcome to the behind the scenes. Welcome guys to the 6th edition of the behind the scenes, okay? And this one is for my one and only love letter. I am so late. I'm so late with this. I'm really sorry. When the video was being made, I was juggling up my show for the AAA with Sultan and Alex, as well as VidCon America or VidCon US. In the middle of all of that, it got lost and I couldn't make the video as quick as I wanted to. So firstly, I'm sorry. Especially if you are my patron or channel member, because you would have gotten this way earlier. Because I'm not great at keeping tabs on everything, you know, I have so many things juggling at once, I let this slip through the cracks, so I am sorry. Welcome back to Maaz. I just dropped like 50 things right there. So first and foremost, this video took 3 months to do, and there's a lot of reasons for it, and that's what I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about. First of all is the visuals, okay? I personally got really bored of having the kind of white bubble background that I had in my previous videos. And I thought, like, if I do animation, I can make the visuals anything I want. So I should make it as interesting as possible, right? And so this time, that's why instead of bubbles, I'm floating on a cloud. When I'm telling a story, I'm in the scene telling the story. You know, I'm trying to make it more interesting for you guys, but that's taking a little bit more work. And so that's a contributing factor. And I feel like from now on, in my future videos, I definitely want to make it more interesting and add in elements that, you know, are more fun to watch. Another thing as well is that with this one at least, I tried to like make transitions into the next scene more smooth, because one of my favorite directors of all time is Edgar Wright. So this is the guy who made the Cornetto trilogy, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Baby Driver. His entire shtick is that he makes excellent transitions. Excellent transitions. He's always been a huge motivating factor for a lot of my composition and filmmaking when I was younger. And so I was like, why not have some of that transition in here? And so even thinking about how to do it took a long time. And it was also a lot of university and other commitments that kind of got onto it. So as I mentioned, I had a show going on, I had to organize my travels, and there was so many contributing factors that this got delayed for 3 months. And I'm sorry about that, but I hope the quality of the video was at least serviceable. It does bring about an interesting question that I have, okay? And I don't want to get super serious about this, but should I decrease the quality of my own videos to get more videos out? Because I am very happy with how my videos turn out now. But it's also not worth it if I release one every 3 months. That's the reason why animation died in the first place, because it took too long. And secondarily, I had a kid come up to me on my own show, and he like put his hand on my shoulder and he was just like, Maaz, I love you. You're literally one of my favorite animators. I want you to upload more. I do not care about your visuals. I don't care if you look good. I don't care if the transition's good. I care about your stories. Please make more. And that, like... What the heck is happening?
Hi everyone, we are hosting Sunday. Make sure to bring a bowl and a spoon. And if you bring your alcohol soda, you get bonus scoops and bonus ingredients on your ice cream sundae. So come around to some common room now.
I wanna die. I care about your stories. Please make more. That kind of like killed me in my heart, okay? That like destroyed me, because the reason that I started this entire thing was because I love telling stories. And whilst I still genuinely believe you should always strive to improve your content, I realized that I had lost the focus of why I started it. I want to tell stories, and I want to tell them well and make them funny. And I feel like I had lost the track of that, and instead tried to make them look good and feel good. But I should, at the very minimum, keep the upload schedule as much as possible, you know what I mean? And so I'm trying my best now to be efficient, work smarter instead of harder, and try to make it so that I don't have to work as much for my next few videos. That's a promise, hopefully. About this video specifically, now a lot of comments realized that I took some inspiration from Senor Pello. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. I love his videos. I feel like his fast-paced, very abrupt, very subversive comedy is something that I kind of want to dissect and take for myself. And so in this one, especially the scene in which I'm like beating up the girl, I feel like that was a little bit Senor Pello, but I didn't do it correctly, because he does it to subvert something that's happening, whereas I was just loud. I didn't feel like it was as funny as it could have been. That being said, I am glad that I at least tried it. Now I can kind of use that to improve my content in the future in terms of my humor. Another thing that I tried to do was go for a more wholesome ending. Now, I will admit to you, initially it wasn't meant to be wholesome. Like, I did this wholesome speech and I was gonna have a meme to kind of abruptly cut from that. But I removed the meme because I was like, yeah, let's try a wholesome ending. And whilst a lot of people did like it, I also had an equal amount of people that said, like, I didn't like that ending. It felt a bit too forced. It felt a bit too And I do get where that's coming from. It doesn't seem genuine because it's not genuine. When I get wholesome, and a lot of my friends can attest to it, I get very flustered. I get vulnerable and I don't like feeling vulnerable. And so I'll just insult them from time to time. I'll just be like, yeah, you're great. You suck sometimes, but you're mostly great. You know what I mean? I'm a tsundere, essentially. Gosh, I am a tsundere. That's not how I would get wholesome. So I feel like that's not as genuine as I would have liked. Once again, it's all a matter of trying it out. If it doesn't work, see why it doesn't work, and then improve in the future, you know what I mean? Another thing about this video is that I tried to increase the Martian theme. I really like the aliens that I have, the little aliens that walk around, and so I tried to go a little bit more wacky with it. So I had a few yellow, blue, little shaped babies, well-dressed, not well-dressed. Like, I had all these little alien creatures, and I adore them. And I'm really having a good time animating them. So I think I'll stick with that as my new aesthetic. Like, any humans will be replaced by a Martian. So I think I'll stick with that aesthetic from now on. Another thing as well is that every video has a different theme to it. So this one was very obviously a Harry Potter theme. I hope that was clear. There was a Harry Potter houses in the background, wizard imagery and stuff. I hope it was clear. But in the future, I do want to work with different aesthetics, more clever references, so it's just subtly there, you know? I didn't need to say it was Harry Potter. I just drew it Harry Potter, and a lot of the comments were like, oh my god, it's Harry Potter! Go crazy! And so I did enjoy that, and I feel like I probably will continue doing that in the future. And yeah, that's about it. I don't have any bloopers for this video because I forgot to save the bloopers, unfortunately. But for the next few, I hopefully should have bloopers. I'm not too sure, but we'll see. And with that, thank you so much for watching this behind the scenes with Maaz. If you want more of this as well as the other content on my second channel, make sure to subscribe. And that's about it. All right, ladies, everybody, and stay amazing. Ooh, why do I look so dark? Darker than usual. Oh, I know why. I know why. Silly Maaz doing silly things. What am I, a moron?